Hey guys, Jared here. I got my stuff all packed up, ready to go to Kamloops. Car's kind of dirty, but today is June 24th, 2025, and it's actually my anniversary of when I graduated high school, which is 14 years ago. It just seems like yesterday I was hanging out with my friends and doing this and that, and time passes by fast. This is my first video of many videos going to Kamloops for the vlog, and I just got pray for safe travels. Pray I make it there and back in one piece. I'm taking Leland and Ari, so I hope they behave and everything goes well. And take you guys on my journey. All right, peace. After a grueling 13-hour trip, we finally made it to the powwow, and there was a lot of people there. There was a lot of camping, and the grounds looked real cool. It's my first time here. They had a lot of cool street vendors. Once I got the stream all set up, I had a couple issues with the internet. They kept shutting off, and I had a couple issues with the audio as well. But all in all, we had a pretty good couple days. I didn't really get much footage for the powwow, but here's a video of the Maori people doing the haka. I'll show that to you now. All in all, it is pretty cool to see the Maori tribe come here, and that is my favorite highlight of the powwow. That's the end of Kamloops 2025. Man, that was a lot of work. Driving here itself is pretty stressful. It's about 9-10 hours, and the roads are windy as heck, and there's a lot of stuff you have to look out for. Construction, fast semis behind you. It's scary. Also, when we first got here, the people didn't really know who I was, so they kind of were just assumed I was someone else. So they didn't really. I had to really try fight to say who I am. And anyways, we got here. It was pretty. It's pretty cool. Actually, I thought it was gonna be hotter, but today is really hot. What else? So we got all the Starlinks and everything hooked up and everything, and I was running into a lot of technical issues with the Wi-Fi. It kept shutting off, and the sound was okay, but there was some sort of delay happening within the stream. I couldn't explain it. Like it was, it honestly kind of seemed like one of those old school kind of like Chinese movies with the dubbed English, and then they say something, hello, and it is like real weird. Besides that, the Wi-Fi kept dropping sometimes. I don't know why. Maybe it was because the plugin was like right beside the stage and people kept unplugging it. I don't know. But what else? Um, there was a lot of people there, and there was some real good dancing. I danced too, didn't place, but that's okay. At least I got to work out. Um, what else? Leland placed second, Ari placed fourth, and yeah, it overall is a really beautiful place here. There's a lot of mountains, and my favorite part was the Maori people, the Maori tribe. They came all the way from New Zealand, and they did the haka, and that was my first time seeing it in person, and I was like, holy man, got emotional. They had us the powwow till like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, 2 o'clock at the latest, and that was like maybe 3 o'clock my time in Saskatchewan. So that's like, I didn't get to bed till like 4 a.m. every night basically. And then so it was really tiring, and I was running on fumes. It's a lot of work, and yeah, but I'm just going home now. It should be maybe about 10 hours, and yeah, that's all for Kamloops 2025. See ya. Finally made it to Rocky Mountain House, Alberta, and holy crap, that is a long drive. It's about 9 o'clock, so it's been like 9 hours of driving, but we have a big storm coming here, and I'm not sure if we should continue anymore, but holy smokes. That drive was really crazy. There's like there's a lot of obstacles. I took the road from Jasper all the way to Nordegg, all the way to Rocky Mountain House. And if anybody's ever been on that road, they know exactly the route I'm talking about. And it's pretty scary, like it's hilly and stuff, and it's pretty scary. But now I come back to this craziness. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, we're almost in Red Deer, so we'll see ya. We're just getting back from Red Deer. Drove all the way from Kamloops to Red Deer last night, which was like maybe 10 hours, 12 hours, I don't know, but it seemed really long. Really tired, but we're gonna try and make our way to Red Pheasant. I think it's like 2 now, I don't know, but that's our mission. Try and make it to Red Pheasant. I think it's like 4 hours here to there, so I don't know, we'll see if we make it on time for grand entry. I'm not sure if we're streaming there, but I think if we do stream, then we're gotta be cutting it pretty close, so might have to just do like a very simple setup there, and I'm not sure if we're getting hired to do it, so but I think we just might do it just for the hell of it. And yeah, we just got done. I didn't dance today. I was just singing. I got a cold that won't go away for some reason. I don't know why. Don't mind my scratch here. I was getting undressed at Kamloops, and my glasses kind of scratched my face, so I had to get them fixed. And we're just at Camrose Canada Day celebration. and we just got done our performance and we're getting undressed now, so we had to race on over to Red Pheasant. All right, see ya. Well, we made it to the powwow here. It's over there. Kind of went at half tryst because we were so late, so there's a lot of dancers here. I'm really tired, so they're gonna probably go pretty late. I'm just gonna set up the stream here. It's gonna be a members only stream. I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but we're gonna try it and see how that works, because we weren't really hired here, but we still want to provide a service to whoever wants to watch. And yeah, we'll see how that plays out. We got called to do the live stream last second, and it was so hectic. Like there's like 3,000 chords. We were having audio issues right away. There was just a lot of stuff happening, and but we got it figured out, I think. And today I gotta run the live stream solo for a bit, and then until Patrick gets back from Lord Battleford taking his daughter there. What else? Just looking for some food here this morning, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted. So here's our streaming setup that we set up in Red Pheasant. We had to end early Wednesday night because there was like a real big storm that came through, and a lot of people's stuff got wet, so this is that. Done. Red Pheasant Powell. Last to leave. Off to Mosquito, I think, or wherever. So I actually ended up coming all the way to Alexis last minute, and I set up the stream there. It is pretty hectic. I'll get more into that right now. So Alexis is done. I got here Friday maybe at like 9:30, and then I didn't get the stream started till like junior adults, which was like maybe 10 or 11, but what's that called? Man, it was a struggle. When I first got here, I couldn't find any help with anyone, from anyone. Like I was asking people like where I'm supposed to set up, and they were kind of looking at each other, and no one didn't want to answer me. So I just set up by the stage, and then my first thing was the Powwow Times network wasn't working this week for the Starlink, and so I just used my SIM card from my phone, and then what else did I do? And the sound was really weird. That's one thing about when you're doing live streaming, you always have to worry about the sound audio, because not everyone's the same, and not everyone is as knowledgeable about the sound and the streaming equipment, how they interact with each other. And so it's really good to invest in like a really good quality system for, especially if you're a powwow out there. Make sure you invest yourself in a really good quality sound system, because your stream will sound a lot better, and the drum visitors will thank you for it. So if you had your sound system for like 10 years, just upgrade it. Anyways, another thing was I put my Starlink the wrong way, so I had to move it like 3 or 4 times, the one that was working. And then another thing I kept running into was people kept bumping my cameras, even though they were like out of the way, and people seem like people just kind of went out of their way just to like bump them and sit in front of them and stand in front of them. Like, it's common sense to, you see a camera, don't stand in front of it, because there's, you know, there's people at home, hundreds of people that want to watch the powwow and they don't want to see the back of your head. And a lot of times when people walk by and you know, it's cool if they just walk by, you know, people need to walk around, but if they just stand there, like, I know you're, even if you're a judge, like, you could just move a couple feet to your left and you have that, all that room. Anyways, what else did I run into? It rained on Saturday evening, and that's something we, as streamers or a powwow committee, can't really control. But what you can control is what time you choose to end it and what time you choose to continue, because a lot of times dancers pay like 10,000, 20,000 for their outfits, and when a powwow committee, when we all have phones, right, and we could easily check our weather apps or anything like that, the weather radar, you can see like, okay, a storm is coming, we should probably end it here so people don't get their outfits ruined. And I know me in the past, I've come to powwows and basically like ruined my furs or my moccasins, and there's like $400 for a set of furs, and like $500-600 for like a pair of moccasins, good ones. Some people charge like even $1,200. There's like artists out there, so just got to be aware of that, and the ribbons and stuff like that, and the head roaches and the bustles, you know, they all cost a lot, especially the eagle feathers. I know they're meant to they're made to kind of survive the elements, but at the same time they're not invincible. So plus they're very sacred, so that's one of the things as well. Try to end it if you know a storm is coming. That's kind of another thing. What else? Another thing is when someone, I was called to this powwow like last minute, and when I got here I had to pay for all my food. Like, I know that sounds like real, like, you know, a cheap thing to complain about, but at the same time I feel like if you're invited and called somewhere, and you should at least be looked after some way. They gave us coffee. I don't drink coffee. They gave us donuts. I had a breakfast that one morning, but I had to get my nephew to go get it. But other than that, I had to pay for a lot of my own food and my nephew's food, and you know, and also you know, just check in with your guys, like people who you invited, and say, hey, how you doing? Are you good? Do you do anything? All right, cool. And then that's it. It's not really hard. And what else? As for payment, we ran into an issue here in Alexis. I hate to name drop or whatever, but spill the tea. But basically what happened was we got called here last minute, and they said, all right, can you come here? And I got sent here 4 hours last minute, and I got here last minute, and I set up everything, and it is really inconvenient to come here. And that's a lot of the thing that people forget is, like, we had to spend our own money to get here and travel, and then we had to set up the stream, which takes like 2 to 3 hours. You know, before you even want someone to come to your community, make sure you know which way you're gonna pay them before the powwow even ends. Like, that should be done like months before. Like, if you call on someone to come early, like last minute, that's usually like cost extra because it's just so quick turnaround. And anyways, I didn't get paid yet. All I got is this $200 here. Sorry, but said I sat there yesterday for 12 hours and the other day for 12 hours and other day for like an hour, but I got 250. It says 250, but I actually got 200. And what's that called? So before we came to the powwow, we were called to come here, and they didn't tell us to send them an invoice. So usually when that happens is they're gonna pay us in cash. So that's cool, whatever. It's under the table, I guess, but off the table, like it's not recorded. So that's usually what that means. So we were like, okay, we'll do that. And then what happened was after the powwow, one of the leadership or powwow, someone come up to me and said, hey, send me an invoice and we'll take care of you. And this was after the powwow was ended, and I did all the work, and I stayed there for all day. And it's so mentally straining to sit there all day, especially when you're in the heat and all these other factors, and you're dealing with like other things. But so yeah, he said send me an invoice, and I got his email. And I'm not sure, because when that happens, it's really sketchy, to be honest. It's really sketchy because you could just not pay the person. Like, I don't even know if I'm gonna get paid today for doing all that work. And it's really unfortunate. And when I tried to ask about it from the main treasurer woman, she got really angry at me. She said, well, you should have give us your invoice earlier. And that's a valid point, but at the same time, no one said like send us an invoice like before the powwow. It was like, powwow's done, send me an invoice. Like, it should, that sort of thing should be included within the budget before the powwow even begins, like months in advance. And yeah, honestly, it's just that is unfortunate. So I got $200 basically for all this work right now. There's a lot of things that have to happen in order for the stream to get set up. My mental health hasn't been the greatest. I recently lost my brother. He got murdered in Saskatoon on April 20th, which is like 3 months ago. And the killers are still walking around somewhere. I don't know what happened. And I don't know if I'll ever know, or I don't know what's gonna happen with that. But I just been feeling like I want to give up. Not give up like life, but just giving up hope. Like giving up hope for like a wife or kids or a good future. And that sounds really sad, but that's how I've been feeling. And I don't know if anyone else goes through this kind of thing, but I just need to get my thoughts out. I've been bottling up so much, and it's really been taking a toll on me. But at least I'm sober. That's the one thing. I'm safe. Got a little bit of Mazzi Ska in the bank account. I don't know where I'm going with this, but that's all. I just wanted to get that out of my system. That's all I wanted to say. Hi. Guys, Jared again. Update. It's been 12 days since I left Lexus, and I kind of been having a sabbatical here. No powwows, no nothing, just chilling at home, doing bustles, and I think I'm supposed to be getting paid finally tomorrow, and that's 13 days without getting fully paid. Hopefully. Oh, when I made that video, I was really mentally exhausted and mentally checked out, and I just needed a break, honestly. And sometimes that's all you need. Take a pause. Don't give up. Just take a pause. I wasn't so much hurt by the non-payment for so long. It's just I was more hurt. My ego was hurt. I just felt like I wasn't respected enough. I guess you can shown respect, the proper respect that I thought I deserved. And to anyone out there who is watching and who I have been, I'm sorry. It's just it's basically just saying what's on my mind and how I've been feeling. One of the things I think about when something happens to me is, first I ask why, like, why is this happening? Why is this happening? And one of the things I was taught is to ask, what am I supposed to learn? And I think one of the things I kind of learned from this situation is patience. Where my own ego is, or was, I guess is, concerning money, and the scarcity mindset, that I'm sure every person from the reserve has, when they don't get paid, and the scared feeling that you're not gonna get paid, and the hurt and the betrayal that comes with that. And when that happened, it kind of bring up all these triggers from my past of being hurt and betrayed, and I feel like that's like a natural reaction to something like that. I'm sure if you, like, a couple of years down the road, or maybe even like next month, I'll look back and this won't even matter to me. But today I've moved on from that, and I made myself another set of bustles to sell. Hopefully those sell. Jim Rohn has a quote. He says, "Things don't just happen, they happen just." I think I know what that means is, everything happens for a reason, and how we react to it is our own perspective. And my perspective, my lenses I've been looking at life have been very skewed, and coming from a place of hurt. And I feel like all First Nations people as well, they need to heal from that and try expand their horizons and let go of some of those conditioning of the mind that cause you to overreact and to be hurt about certain things. If you really work on yourself and you really expand your horizons and know your abilities, when stuff happens to you, you'll be ready. You'll be prepared. My niece is there. When stuff happens, so you gotta adapt, overcome, and find that balance in your life. And I feel like our old people always talked about that balance, and I wasn't sure what that meant, but with the work and the fun and the rest, it's definitely one of the things I learned, as well as balancing out and taking a break. Don't give up. Just pause, take a break, and it's okay to, you can restart again. I hope